emaciated, tongue-lolling, eyes devoid of any emotion or meaning. If you're wondering who's that guy that looks like he's going through some sort of a mental breakdown, I don't blame you, because he looks nothing like the man loved and known the world over. This utterly disturbing footage is from a recent Don Toliver concert that took place in Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. And the troubled soul you're witnessing right here is none other than Justin Bieber. Now, you don't have to be a fan of the 30-year-old to feel a bit concerned about what's going on here. Bieber was invited to the stage by Toliver as he was performing Private Landing, the hit song from his 2023 album Love Sick, featuring Bieber himself, and Future Granted. His fans were not expecting to see Justin holding a mic and appearing on stage this early since he became a father. So this was totally surprising. But judging by the way he looked on stage, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this wasn't a good surprise at all. Visibly shaken and staring blankly at the crowd, Bieber gave his fans and conspiracy theorists on the internet some new source material concerning his mental health. In the wake of the explosive allegations about his former mentor and current resident of the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, Sean Diddy Combs, Bieber has been notoriously silent. Regardless, his sporadic appearances like this and on social media, along with various resurfacing footage showing him alongside Diddy, Bieber has been keeping headlines busy. And whichever way you look at the relationship between the two, one thing is obvious. What we know is not even a fraction of their shared history, but I'm going to try to explain it nonetheless.
Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose. But it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
By now, you must have seen this disturbing footage featuring a 15-year-old Justin Bieber and P. Diddy. Now a viral moment, mostly because millions of people believe that this is proof of Diddy grooming an underage boy. The clip shows Diddy promising the then-teenage star a Lamborghini for his upcoming 16th birthday and the very mansion they're filming the clip for his 18th. You may think that this is the very beginning of the working relationship between Sean Combs and Justin Bieber, but actually, their story goes further than that. See, Diddy was already a superstar in the music industry before Bieber was born. Not only that, but he was also known for kickstarting the careers of future superstars. One such name was Usher, whose first album was executive produced by Diddy. A 13-year-old kid back when he first met Diddy, Usher went to New York and lived with the world-famous producer for a year, and attended what was called a puffy flavor camp. As described by Usher himself in an interview with Howard Stern back in 2016, this camp exposed him to Diddy's wild parties. According to Usher, very curious things would take place at Diddy's, and he didn't even know or understand what he was looking at, and certainly if he could indulge in it. I'm not saying he was involved in freak-offs, but let's be honest. After all the things we heard in the last couple of months, it kind of feels like it. During that interview, Usher was asked whether or not he would send his kids to Puffy Flavor Camp, and his response left no room for interpretation.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Even though he said so in 2016, Usher didn't know better back when Justin Bieber was starting his career. After Scooter Braun discovered Bieber on YouTube, he and Usher founded RBMG Record, signed the 13-year-old Canadian singer, and launched his career. Then through Usher, Bieber gained access to his mentor's mentor, P. Diddy. That's how the two got to meet and ended up recording that disturbing footage where Diddy promised Bieber a lot of things, including, quote, going but full crazy for 48 hours. As of today, no one really knows what happened during those 48 hours, and chances are we'll never know. Why do I say that? Well, because Diddy scolded Bieber in front of the whole world when he talked about the crazy things they've been doing.
You got me a Lamborghini.
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
That 48 hours may have been lost forever, but we do know how the duo's relationship evolved over the years, especially as Bieber grew older and established himself. Thanks to recently surfaced footage, it feels like Bieber was trying hard to distance himself from Diddy way before he achieved superstar status, though.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean,
I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
I don't know how you feel about these, but the more we find stuff like this, the more I feel sad for Bieber. It's not the best kept secret in the world that 30-year-old has been fighting his own demons pretty much for the better part of a decade. Depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and several run-ins with the law are all part of his troubling story. But now that the situation under which he rose to stardom is getting exposed by the minute, maybe it's not fair to call all those demons his, right? Even though most of the world slept on it for years, Bieber's 2020 interview with Apple Music's Zane Lowe is also getting traction these days. And once again, it shows that Bieber has gone through a lot.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
Time will tell whether or not we'll get to learn what Bieber's relationship with Diddy was like. But as we speak, he does not seem very keen on talking about it. Since the now-stained rap mogul has been put behind bars, sources close to Bieber reached out to different media outlets to talk about how insecure he's been feeling. One source allegedly close to Justin Bieber even said that he's sailing these troubling waters alone, and this whole Diddy thing could not have happened at a worse time. Let's just hope that the new father, his BAE, and their baby boy will be okay.